65,400 Swiss francs for a plug-in hybrid SUV with 7 seats. And I have a real problem with this car. Not because it is bad, because it is this good and Hyundai still will not sell the plug-in version in the United States. That is roughly $83,000 at current rates, and the Americans who want this powertrain cannot have it. The design hits harder in person than any photo prepares you for. The H-shaped LED signature up front is not a grille. It is an identity statement, and those air intakes underneath actually open while driving to cool the engine bay. The squared-off greenhouse and flat beltline make this look like a $70,000 Land Rover, not a Hyundai. I think that comparison is going to annoy some people, and I think Hyundai is completely fine with that. The 20-inch Vertex wheels fill the arches properly, and at a motor show full of Porsches and Range Rovers, this thing was getting more second looks than most of them. Inside, Hyundai built a cabin that borrows from nobody. The dual 12.3-inch curved display runs across the dash in one sweep. The ambient lighting wraps the full width, and the upper surfaces are soft leather and suede. This is not a cabin that asks you to forgive the price. The shift-by-wire buttons replace a traditional gear selector, freeing the entire center console for storage and a wireless charging tray. Climate controls live on a touch bar below the screen, and I will say this, the haptic feedback here is better than most rivals at this price. Up front, the heated and ventilated Nappa leather seats are electrically adjustable with memory, and the driving position puts you high enough to feel commanding, but low enough that the head-up display lands right where it should. The paddle shifters behind the steering wheel control regenerative braking intensity, which is a feature plug-in owners use constantly. The digital rearview mirror is a genuinely smart addition, because when this boot is loaded to the roof, a conventional mirror shows you nothing but luggage. Second-row passengers get heated seats, their own climate zone, sliding and reclining capability, and window sunshades. That is business class for kids. The third row is real. Not comfortable for adults on a long motorway trip, but for anyone under 5'9", it works, and there are dedicated air vents and USB ports back there. Most 7-seaters treat the third row as a legal technicality. This one treats it as a seat people might actually choose to sit in. Stroller, 2 weekend bags, and a dog crate with all 7 seats up, and you still have space left over. Fold the third row flat, and you get 621 liters, just under 22 cubic feet. That is less than a Skoda Kodiaq, but more than a Kia Sorento, and the load lip is low enough to slide a flat pack through without turning it. Fold everything down and you are looking at 68.6 cubic feet, van territory. Hyundai literally launched a car camping trend in Korea with this exact boot. The plug-in powertrain is the version Europe gets and America does not. 1.6-liter turbo 4-cylinder electric motor, 13.8 kilowatt-hour battery, 249 horsepower combined, 271 pound-feet of torque. 0 to 62 in 9.3 seconds, which is not fast for this money, and I am not going to pretend otherwise. This car chose efficiency over acceleration. 33 miles of electric-only range covers a school run and grocery trip without the engine ever waking up. The trade-off Hyundai chose not to fix is the charging. No DC fast charging option at all. AC only, roughly 3.5 hours from empty to full. For a car at this price, that is a deliberate engineering decision. But it means every long road trip starts the petrol engine before you have even left the motorway services. 65,400 francs, roughly $83,000. A Kia Sorento Hybrid starts about 4,000 francs less in Switzerland and gives you Nappa leather and paddle-controlled regen at a lower entry point. But the Sorento has no plug-in option, no 33 miles of silent electric range, and it does not look like this. If your daily commute is under 30 miles, this Santa Fe PHEV might be the last car you plug in before going fully electric. Would you pay this over a Sorento Hybrid? I know my answer. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, hit that like button and subscribe for more content just like this. Leave a comment below with your thoughts or questions. I read every single one. And don't forget to click the bell icon to get notified about my next upload. See you in the next video.